Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. I am JB, setting up the cage and the machine for Trevor Story, shortstop, Colorado Rockies. Trevor, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, no doubt. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I know fans are fired up. There's no doubt about that. There's so many ways to be a part of the show. Fans, don't miss out. Hashtag Chatting Cage on Twitter. I'll read it. But even better, get your device fired up. Use the MLB Fans App. Join us right here in the show. Be a part of it. Get some FaceTime and ask Trevor your question directly. And that way I can hang out, which is partly what I really enjoy to do. So let's get this show started and underway. I will go to the MLB Fans App. And let's start with one of the basic ones. This is from Matt Nakama98. Trevor, who was your idol growing up?
That's an easy one for me. My idol was Derek Jeter growing up. Obviously he's a shortstop, the greatest one of all time in my opinion. But yeah, Jeter was my guy through and through, no doubt.
The captain getting a lot of love there from Trevor Story, the greatest of all doubt, and that's pretty impressive. I like that. So Trevor will stay here with the MLB Fans App while other fans get their device fired up and join us here in the show. This is from Kinez, man. Man, it's the best to read these names. Who do you think is the best pitcher? I'm just going to say, I'm going to round it out. He said in the AL, but I'm just going to put it out. Who do you think is the best pitcher in the game right now?
Ooh, that's a tough one. For me, I think I can only, speak for the guys that I've faced. Haven't faced a lot of guys in the AL yet. I'd say the toughest guy that I've faced so far, probably Betances. So I'm going to go reliever on that one.
And that's a good one. That guy is tough to face in any situation. This is the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. That is Trevor Story of the Rockies. I'm JB here in the cage setting up the machine. You need to get some questions in. Make your pitches to Trevor directly so we can all enjoy that. And other fans with us. What's your name? Where are you from? What's your question for Trevor?
Hey, Trevor. TJ Corum from Zionsville, North Carolina, near Asheville. Man, just had a son. Just curious, what was the transition like for you going directly from high school to professional ball? What was the decision that you made to make that jump directly?
For me, it was pretty easy for me. I always dreamed of playing Major League Baseball. That was my lifelong dream. And, I was drafted, kind of where I wanted to go and, by the team that I loved. So, yeah, I just kind of made the decision to chase that dream. Like I said, I grew up wanting to play Major League Baseball, and I got the opportunity and, just kind of ran with it.
A great opportunity it is, and tremendous work from Trevor as he's impressed so far through the minors and the majors. We'll get plenty more on that question as it comes up. This is why I love the cage, though. This is from Alec Akins, I think, and we'll see what's true and what's not about this statement, not even a question. Hey, Trevor, big fan. I got a buddy in town. His name is Jordan Ribera. I know you know him. He got me a signed ball by you, and that's just awesome. He's like a big brother to me. So I have to know, do you know Jordan Ribera?
Oh yeah, no doubt. He's that's funny. He's like a big brother to me too. We we played on that Asheville team together, won a championship. Came up through the minors pretty much on every team that I was on, he was on. Yeah, he's one of my best friends to this day, and it's Ribby's my guy, and it just kind of shows you the kind of people that you meet in this game, and the special friendships that can come from it.
Outstanding there. And Alec, I want to thank you for being part of the MLB Fans App and sending us that statement as a big fan of Ribby and of Trevor Story. This is the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. Fans join us in the show, just like Alec did via the app, and like this fan does via their, I'm going to say laptop, but I don't know. Fan, what's your name? Where are you from? What's your question?
Matthew from New Jersey, and I want to know how hard was it and focus on baseball.
All right, so Trevor, through that audio, I heard this. You chose baseball over football. We know you're pretty good as a young player in football. What was that drive, and what made you make that choice?
Yeah, I love football growing up too, but I always just gravitated towards baseball. I was always looking forward to baseball season more so than any of the other sports. Yeah, I mean, I love competing on the football field. Definitely a lot more physical. But Yeah, I'd just say my first love was baseball, and I broke my collarbone in my sophomore year in football, and I kind of came to the decision right there that baseball was going to be it. If I was going to get hurt, it was going to be playing baseball. So.
It was a wise choice. It's worked out pretty nicely for you. And yeah, in the midst of getting a broken collarbone, a lot of guys might have that thought. A little bit better to play baseball. This is
right.
time to set up the EDJ question of the day. We've talked a little bit about your minor league experience. Trevor, you've played for the Rockies, the Isotopes, the Rock Cats, Drillers, Nuts, Tourists, and Ghosts. Which team logo or mascot has been your favorite thus far?
That's an easy one for me. It's the Rockies, because this is the ultimate goal for me. But other than that, I would say Casper, because we had these special hats that at night the ghosts kind of glowed at night, so that was pretty popular. So yeah, I would say Casper.
All right, there you have it, folks. 2 excellent answers to that in terms of why you might appreciate that. That's the EDJ question of the day. That's Trevor Story. I'm JB. This is the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. You get some FaceTime with your favorite players. I'm going to go to the hashtag Chatting Cage now. This is from Michaela Mitchell on Twitter. Trevor, how do you like playing for the Rockies, and what's been the favorite play you've made so far this year?
I love it. I think what makes it the most enjoyable is the guys that we have in this team. A great group of veterans, a great group of young guys. And the veterans have reached out to me and made it so easy for me to make the transition. And that's a credit to them. I'd say my favorite play so far, probably the backhand jump throw in Boston. That one is top 2 for me for sure.
Great answer, great insights there. Thank you for that question, Michaela. That was on Twitter. Folks, that's how you do it. Hashtag Chatting Cage, or use the MLB Fans app, where you can watch the show live, or put your comments in there, and we will read them out for you. We have a fan with us right now. What's your name, where you're from? What is your question for Trevor?
I'm Edward, and I'm from Miami, and I want to ask, in the beginning of the season, when you're on that little hot streak, what was working? You have to tell me that.
At the beginning of the year, for me, when I'm going good, I have a clear mind, and you're not really thinking anything. You're not thinking about your swing. You're not really have any thoughts in your mind. You just have a clear mind, and you see the ball and hit it. And sometimes you're in that zone to where you almost see the ball out of the pitcher's hand before he throws it. But I'd say I just had a really clear mind and was just trying to have fun and compete.
Pretty good insights there to how Trevor began his season so hot, and also good advice pretty much for anybody. Have fun, keep your mind clear, and compete. That leads to a lot of success across a lot of different fields, and not just in baseball. I go back now to Twitter. This one is from Chris_Waltman15. Trevor, you're in the hunt for an all-star slot. How crazy is that for you in a rookie season? What's it like?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to me. This time last year, was in a very different spot. So yeah, it's just, I just thank God for the opportunity that I got, and that I was able to take advantage of it a little bit. And it's it's surreal to look right now and see all the all-star votes that I'm getting, and I'm just so thankful for that. And like I said, I'm just trying to have fun with all this, and try to win games, which is that's our main priority.
Outstanding. It is very exciting. I know a lot of fans are really excited for you, and it's a great time to watch that young player like yourself enjoy this part of the season. We go back to the MLB Fans app. Big Text 29 would like to know, Trevor, what other position would you prefer to play or enjoy playing?
I think if I had to play somewhere else in the infield, it would be second. And then if I kind of grew up playing center field as well, when I was younger. So I feel like you can really, I'll try to imitate Chuck a little bit and run around out there and make great plays, dive all over the place, which is, always fun. So yeah, either those two or pitching's always, it pretty much comes down to you. It's just you against the hitter, and it's pretty much the ultimate competition. So yeah, a few different spots that I would enjoy for sure.
There you have it. Trevor would be, we know early in the career, too, that pitching, that fastball touched some 90s there, so we know that's an option. Managers are always aware of that when their position players can throw one or two. We go back now to the MLB Fans app. Folks, fire your device up, get your FaceTime with Trevor, so I don't have to read so many questions. Let's go to this one, though. My socks are white on the MLB Fans app, and this is always an interesting question. Certain fielders play it differently. How often do you go through fielding gloves, Trevor?
Ooh, you know, I'm pretty religious with my gloves. You know, I have one that I use for practice every day. Then I have my gamer, so I use that practice glove every day just so I don't wear out my gamer and keep that one fresh. So I'll use one gamer glove typically for the whole year, and then if it's holed up at the end of the season, then I'll use it the next year too. But yeah, I get pretty attached to them, and that they last a long time for me.
All right, there you have it. Great question, great answer from Trevor Story. Go back to Twitter, hashtag chatting cage from the opinionated Canadian, Jacob Ezekiel. Which teammate on the Rockies is the most fun to play with? And you give me a couple names there so you don't feel like you single somebody out.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, we have so many guys like that. I think, you know, Gerardo Parra, he's one of the best, I think, and you know, he always keeps it loose. He's always making everybody laugh. You know, he keeps it in perspective, which is, you know, very valuable. And so yeah, he's really funny to play with, and I say Cargo too. You know, he keeps it real loose as well. And I mean, those two guys are probably my answer to that.
All right. Parra and Cargo, two great players as well. It was always nice to know that. The MLB Fans app has some great comments here as they watch the show live. This one is from Jason the Sports Self. My name is Jason. I'm from Irving, Texas. I live not 5 minutes away from your high school. Do you remember visiting an Irving High School baseball summer camp right after you were drafted? I was there. It meant and still means a whole lot to me. Do you remember that, Trevor?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I mean, shout out to Irving, Texas right there. That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely, you know, I like doing that kind of stuff, you know, going back to my hometown and, you know, kind of just talking to kids and, you know, let them know that hard work and dedication, you know, can get you anywhere you want to be. So, yeah, I remember that. That's awesome.
That is awesome. Congratulations, Jason. Thanks for that. And Trevor, just sort of following up on that, how important is it to you? Obviously, you've had some pretty significant success here early in this rookie campaign, but to sort of keep in touch with that, with Irving and the places you've been and the kids that might look up to you, where does that stand in terms of priorities for you?
It's up there for sure. You know, I was raised to always, you know, never forget where you came from and be humble and, you know, give the glory to God. So, yeah, that's really important for me to, you know, come back and, you know, just kind of hang around the kids and just kind of be one of them, you know, because that's ultimately what I am. And, you know, I just happen to play this game for a living.
It's so true. It's such a great game as well. I got to ask, and this one was on a ton of both Twitter and the app. How's your finger feeling?
It's feeling good. A lot better today. It's you know, just a little bit swollen. We've just been icing it like crazy, and you know, just trying to do everything we can to get back in there.
All right. Well, great. We hope it feels much better. We hope you feel better and get back in there and swinging away. Did you have a good time in the cage today?
I sure did. Thanks for having me.
All right, man. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join us. I know the fans were fired up. Fans, thanks for you, as always, joining us, being a part of it, getting FaceTime with Trevor, getting questions in. Without you, it's just me talking to Trevor, and you guys are a lot more fun than that. So I want to thank Trevor. I want to thank the fans, and we'll see you on the next round of the Edward Jones Chatting Cage.